Hi students, in this video I am going to explain two example problems. So let's focus on the first problem. I am going to read this problem first so that we will get some understanding, and then I will show you how to answer this question. So the first problem says that does the following project have a positive or negative rate of return? Show how this is known to be true. So we are basically talking about a project, and we need to find out whether the project has positive rate of return or negative rate of return based on the values that are given to us. So let's go through these values. First number is investment cost. So initial cost of the project is $4,500. Then this is the cost of the project. Now we need to look at the benefits of the project. So net benefits are given. In first year, the project gives $500 in the benefits. So $500 is a benefit in year one, and after that, every year the benefit increases by $200. So, for example, first year $500, second year $500 plus $200, $700, and so on and so forth. The salvage value of the project, the value of the or scrap value of the project at the end of its effective life is $200. And useful life of the project is given as 4 years. So now this is a very simple problem. Basically, we don't need to do any complex mathematical calculations. What you have to do is create a very simple table. So I'm going to show you that how to create the table in Excel. So here I have the Excel book available here, and I have already created a table. In the first column I have listed years. The project, the effective life of the project is 4 years, so I have 4 rows there for years. Then the next column is for benefits, and I am going to type the benefits for each year in this column. Okay, so let's start with first year benefits. So as given in the problem, we have $500 benefit in year 1. So let's type 500 there. Then according to the problem statement, every year the profit or the benefit increases by $200. So what we can do is we can enter a formula here equal to 500. I clicked on that particular cell, plus 200, that's 700. Then I can enter another formula in this the third year equal to benefit in year 2 plus 200, and then in year 4 I have again I have to enter formula equal to 900 plus 200, so that is 1100. Now I want to calculate the total benefit of the project over its 4 years life. So I am going to sum these numbers. I am going to add these numbers. So I will enter a formula equal to add these numbers I need to type sum, then create a bracket there and add all these numbers. So the total benefit of this project is $3,200, right? There is one mistake that I made. In year 4 I need to add another $200 for the salvage value of the project. So plus 200 I am going to enter for year 4. So that is total. Now that is 1300 for year 4, right? Considering that $200 is the salvage value of the project. So the total value of the project is 3,400. So that's the total benefit that we are getting out of this project. And now we need to compare this number with the investment cost, initial cost of the project. So what is the initial cost of the project? That is 4,500, right? So that is the cost, and the benefits are 3,400. So obviously the benefits of the project are less than the cost of the initial cost of the project. So that means we are getting negative rate of return. If the benefits of the project would have been more than the cost of the project, then we can say that we would have gotten positive rate of return. But in this particular case, obviously we are getting negative rate of return. So we can just copy this information and put in our document here, and we can then answer the question that the project has negative rate of return, right? So that was simple. Now I am going to go over the next problem. Let's read the next this problem first. The problem says that Andrew has invested $15,000 in a high yield account. At the end of 30 years, he closed the account and received $539,250. So what we need to do is we need to compute the effective interest rate he received on this account. So his initial investment was $15,000, and he invested that money for 30 years, as you can see, and at the end of 30 years he received $539,250. So what would be the effective interest rate, right? So let's first write down these values in a proper format. So P is the present value, right? What is P here? P is $15,000 that Andrew has invested. Now what's the future value? Future value is F. That would be $539,250. We have these two values. Also we know the number of years. Number of years N is equal to 30 years, right? And we need to calculate the interest rate. We need to find out I. I is for interest rate, so we need to find out I value, right? Down the formula for future value, which is F is future value, which is equal to present value multiplied by 1 plus I, which is I is interest rate, which we need to find, 1 plus I raised to N, where N is the number of years, right? So in this equation, this is the equation for future value if P value is given, P, I and N values are given. So in this equation we need to put the values that we know. For F we know 539,250 is the future value, that is equal to P is present value 15,000 multiplied by 1 plus I raised to N, which is 30, right? So we will divide both sides of this equation by 15,000. That will give us 1 plus I raised to 30 is equal to 539,250 divided by 15,000. $539,250 divided by 15,000 is equal to 35.95. 35.95, right? The next is we need to take that raised to 30, we need to take that on the other side. So 1 plus I is equal to 35.95 raised to 1 over 30. So when this 30 goes on the other side, it becomes 1 over 30, right? So now we need to calculate that. So what I will do is it 35.95. I have that formula here, that calculation here. I'm going to put this in bracket and raised to, I can use the hat sign, then a new bracket. In that bracket I am going to type 1 over 30, 1 divided by 30, bracket close. That is 1.12685. 1 equal to 1.1268. Let's just stay with 4 digits after decimal. So 1.1268. So I is equal to 1.1268 minus 1. This 1 I am subtracting from both the sides. That's minus 1. That's become 0.1268, right? That means I is equal to 12.68%. We need to multiply this by 100 to get the value in percentage. So basically the interest rate is 12.68%. That's it. So that's our final answer.